Greetings all and welcome to Season AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I am grateful for your continued support. I do apologize, I've not been able to do a live broadcast for some time. I have quite a lot of chronic pain, so that makes it difficult to be able to do a long video. So that's why you've not heard from me. There's so much to talk about, not least the planned protest by the youth of Africa across Africa in support of Burkina Faso. I am so grateful for them standing up, and I'm so, it just makes me happy. It gladdens my heart to see the youths of Africa waking up, Now, I'll come and talk more about that. Now, this video here, please subscribe to Season AY, the platform where we speak truth to power on all platforms. Help us grow the platform. We need your support. Because as I said, and a stated aim is for us to go to Burkina Faso and be reporting live there for you, and having people on ground who will be able to actually do that for us as well. So I'm going to be in talks with one or two people and see how we can get that, progress that. And of course, I want to be on ground myself, and I would like to meet Ibrahim Traore myself personally and thank him on behalf of this platform, and of course, actually, just to be able to see the great man himself. But anyway, look, Ibrahim Traore is disrupting their well-laid plans, to keep Africa enslaved. Here's how it works. The IMF and the World Bank is a cartel. If you are going to get the loan, listen carefully. If you are going to get any nation in Africa, if you are going to get the loan from IMF or World Bank, here's what happens. You have to be a puppet. You have to be someone they can control. That is the hold they have on you. So they need somebody who is going to swear allegiance, not to the country, but to the financial system, the structure, the global structure created by the colonials. So many of the puppet leaders, they swear allegiance to them, and they always have something, a hold. They always have a hold on those puppet leaders to keep them in check. Now, once the puppet leader swears allegiance to them, they now put him in place. Forget this idea that we're carrying out any elections in a democracy. We're not a democracy. They handpick the puppets, they put them in place, creating the illusion of elections. That is the reality of what we face on the African continent. Now, here's how it works. Once they put their man in place on the African continent, now the next step is this. They will call him and say, right, okay, we want you to take a loan. He's not, the man will, remember, he's a puppet. He has no say in dictating what the country needs. The people that dictate what the country needs are the IMF and the World Bank. And because they have a puppet on ground who they can control, he has no say in the matter. He does what they tell him. So they say, we want to give your country a loan. So they will give your country a loan, an African country, any of one, they'll give you a loan. Togo, Ivory Coast, Benin. They'll say, yeah, we know you need development. This is a way for us to promote our image. They are trying to promote the image of IMF being a World Bank, a good thing. So they will say, yes, we're good, we want you to write in they tell them what to say to the people. Oh, we need this loan for X, Y, and Z. Now, once they do that, once they get the loan, once that is arranged and everything else, they now say, okay, fine, you're going to get the loan. Once you get the loan, now within the contract, I will show you something that you will see on the screen. Here's a section of the IMF to confirm what I'm saying that I'm going to read to you. And it goes like this. It says, the International Monetary Fund has historically imposed austerity measures on African countries as a condition for loans. Did you hear what I said? Okay? Leading to negative consequences for their economies and populations. These measures, often enforced through structural adjustment programs, include cuts to public spending, removal of subsidies, and increased taxes, disproportionately impacting the poor and vulnerable. This is the clearest evidence that the puppets are not in control. When you become a leader with the IMF supporting you, you are doing what they tell you. Your allegiance is not to your country, but to the IMF and the World Bank. I hope many people understand that. Now, so things like road infrastructure, subsidy to farmers, they prevent that because they need, the IMF and World Bank need Africans to be importing goods and food from Western countries. This is what happens. If you notice with Ibrahim Traore, when he started becoming self-sufficient, they don't like that. They want the dependency culture to be pervading Africa. And he is going against that, so they are making excuses. He's not stolen anything. You've seen the trucks he's bought and all of the 900 equipments he bought to develop his nation. They don't want that. Because that will expose it's exposing the flaws in the system. And they want to impose that system. And that system is undemocratic. The IMF and World Bank are undemocratic institutions that they should be bodies that should be alongside other bodies so that Africans can choose. For example, BRICS, or we can set up our own. But the system, the Western hegemony is such that they have our security. They make sure that we are insecure in our land. There's insurgency, there's poverty, there's all of that. Those are controls that they're putting in place. And the religion is keeping your mind not functioning. These are all tools of the colonial powers in Africa. So when we say that puppets are running, Ruto is a puppet, Paul Biya is a puppet, Ouattara is a puppet, Talon is a puppet, all of those that you see walking, the man in DRC is a puppet, they say Museveni is a puppet. Yeah, he says it's not, but it's working for them. How else would you explain the extreme poverty in all of these countries I'm mentioning? And they say they are putting all these funds. But look, within 2 years, look at what Ibrahim Traore has done within 2 years. So it is exposing the flaws and the lies. It's exposing it. So when they say no, they're trying to use an excuse to go in. So the youth of Africa, you're right in standing up. And all of us must stand up and expose this. And I hope this has provided you an insight into what they're trying to do. So what I would just like to say is please subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Help us grow the platform, and we welcome donations in all forms on all those platforms. Because like I said, I do want to go to Burkina Faso myself. I'm hoping that once I can stabilize this health issue, I will be able to go there myself. And we need to support. Look, we're not here to. It's not about talking about Europe and all that. We just want a better functioning Africa, and it's our right to do so. We mustn't accept injustice any longer. So I hope this has provided an insight into why the West are talking about Ibrahim Traore and saying he stole. They are the ones stealing from us. They are stealing our gold, our diamond, our lithium, our zinc, our, everything. And they are refusing to actually hear our voices. Now we must take control on our continent. No African will want to go and take control of the West of Europe or Canada or US. We just need to be left alone. And we are stating that. Leave Ibrahim Traore alone. What are your thoughts on this? You are, of course, listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth about. Thank you very much for listening. Hey, like I said, I'm hoping that I'll be able to do live broadcast soon. But like I said, I just have to manage and do the best I can. So let's have your thoughts on what you've had. You're listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth about. Thank you, and bye for now.